Hi, this is my YouTube channel where if you're new here, I basically like to provide content where I'm helping you choose happiness, nutrition, and physical fitness. I like to upload different workout videos as well as nutritional education videos. And then I also have a blog. You can find it on my About page that will link you to whenhappinessstrikes.com, where I'm also providing information there that's basically just to help you tap into your inner joy through life's ups and downs, because that is a part of the journey of life. And speaking about journeys, today in this video, I want to share with you my third trimester pregnancy symptoms. I am on the journey of motherhood, as you can see. I'm like a week and a half away from my pregnancy or from my delivery. And I just thought it would be helpful to share some information about the primary symptoms I've experienced in my third trimester, and then some of the things that I think were really helpful in helping me treat those symptoms. All right, so starting with, well, first I'll say there's about 7 primary symptoms that I experienced during my third trimester. The first one is constipation. I'm sure you're very familiar with it. I actually was really concerned about it going into pregnancy, just because I heard really horrible stories about constipation and all the things. But honestly, I did not experience constipation until like my third trimester. I had it a little bit before then, but it was very random and it wasn't every day or even every week. But my third trimester, yes, it started to kick in. I would say it wasn't even something specific that I would eat that would cause it. It was just, again, pretty random. Every other day, I would just notice like a very bloated feeling and just being unable to go. My third trimester second symptom would have to be pelvic pressure. This is another symptom I think that is very common in your third trimester, because at this point the baby is hopefully coming down, and that means they're sitting on your uterus. So right now my baby is positioned in the head down position, and I just feel like she's not only growing, but that head is right there above my uterus. And so yeah, it's inevitable. You're going to feel the pressure. I feel it randomly throughout the day. Sometimes when I sit for a long time and I get up, I feel it. And I really feel it at nighttime, especially like when I'm rolling over. I don't know what it is, but it's almost like when I'm rolling over, the head just kind of, I guess it pushes down even more sometimes when I'm rolling from side to side. So yeah, so that's another symptom I'm experiencing in my third trimester. And then the third symptom is frequent urination. Now this is something that I experienced as well in my other trimesters, my first trimester and second trimester. If you haven't already, check out those videos because you may find something interesting and helpful in there. But in this particular trimester, the urination has been a lot more frequent, especially during the night. Like, I'm really not getting any sleep. I would say on average, I'm urinating about 3 to 4 times a night. And during the day, it's pretty frequent too, but again, at night, it's more of the annoyance, right? Because I'm having to get out of bed and pee. But again, it goes back to how the baby's sitting right on the uterus, and yeah, that is essentially what's causing me to have to urinate so frequently. So it's inevitable. It's definitely going to happen towards the later trimesters for sure. And the fourth symptom of my third trimester would be awkward aftertaste. So I mentioned this before in my other trimesters as well. My other trimesters, it was a lot worse. However, I do still experience it now. And it's not even after eating a particular food. Like, I think sometimes when I have tomato sauce on a dish, or, however it's served, it's typically kind of like, I think I experience it a lot with tomato sauce when I think about it, but I also experience it with pretty much just anything. It's very random and it's not all the time, but I notice always wanting to like reach for something minty, or even like a lemon or a lime to kind of take away that flavor in my mouth. And then I also will say, let's see, for the next symptom, the 5th symptom, leg cramps. Okay, so this is something that I'm only experiencing at nights. And you know how you're supposed to lay on your left or your right side? Well, literally, if I'm laying on my right side, then I experience that cramp on my right leg. So I really feel like it's just a matter of like all of the pressure that I'm putting on that side that's coming down on my leg. But yeah, that's something I'm experiencing at nighttime, and it just depends on which side I'm laying on in terms of which leg I experience it. And it is pretty annoying. It's not painful, but it's just like, what is this feeling? You know, like, let me try to do something to get it to go away, because I can't sleep through it for sure. And then the 6th symptom would be hunger pains. So I talked about this a lot in my first trimester, and definitely I experienced it in my second as well. In my first though, it was really bad. It's not the same in my 3rd trimester. Thankfully, in my 3rd trimester, my hunger pains, they're consistent, but it's not like a discomfort, like a strong discomfort like I used to feel. It's something I experience now in the mornings, and then sometimes throughout the day, and definitely in the nighttime too at times. And it's just kind of like that gnawing feeling in your stomach where you're just like, I need something, you know, like even if it's something small, just something to kind of get this feeling to go away. But again, I'm experiencing it, I would say, primarily in the morning, right when I wake up, and then I'm experiencing it sometimes like in the middle of the night, like around 3 or 4 a.m. I get the hunger pain. All right, so my 6th, let's see, that was my 6th symptom. Not sure if I said that correctly earlier. And then my 7th symptom is shortness of breath. So this is something that I feel like I've had throughout my pregnancy. However, it's been really bad in my 3rd trimester. And it's funny because I have a friend that's a nurse who said to me in my 1st trimester, that is going to definitely get worse later in your trimesters, but don't worry. And it's true. My doctor told me to not worry about it. I mean, again, it's just the fact that you have a whole human growing in your belly, and they are definitely pressing against all of your organs up here, including your lungs. So the shortness of breath is just a thing. I mean, of course, well, at least from my doctor, they told me if it's something where it gets worse over time, then that's when we need to worry. But if it's pretty much the same, then, you know, you don't have to really worry about it. But it is kind of funny because if I'm out sometimes in public, people will literally stop me like at the grocery store and they're like, are you okay? Can I help you? It's kind of funny. And it's even worse, I think, when I'm out in public because I'm wearing a mask, and that of course labors my breathing even more. All right, so for the treatments that I use. So for the constipation, I've been taking, well, not taking, but I've been eating Raisin Bran, drinking a lot of water, and drinking prune juice occasionally. Those really tend to do the trick. It's not perfect. I still get it sometimes, the constipation, but honestly, those tend to just keep me pretty regular. I also put lemon in my water. I did that pre-pregnancy as well, and that tends to keep me going. For the pelvic pressure that I experience, so like I said, it is kind of random throughout the day, but mostly at night. The main thing I notice is just keeping my bladder empty, because it's even worse when my bladder is full and then you have the pressure of the baby's head on your uterus all together. But other than that, I think there's really nothing else I can think that you could really do, to be honest. Maybe just try to shift your position or something, but I think it's kind of inevitable. And then for the frequent urination, I was actually told if you stop drinking fluids by like 6 p.m., this would help tremendously. I have a hard time doing that, just for different reasons.
Because I'm often eating, and so it's kind of hard for me to eat and drink, or at least drink as much as I want to drink when I'm eating. And then in addition to that, it depends on what time I wake up, if I'm actually going to finish my 10 to 12, I think is what they recommend, glasses of water by 6.
However, I have finished it by 6 before, and I still have had to get up throughout the night and urinate. So I'm not saying it won't work for you. Definitely don't follow me. Try to shoot for the 10 to 12 glasses of water, but I would say for me, it hasn't really been that effective. And what else? The awkward aftertaste. I think with that, drinking a lot of water is helpful. And I think, maybe just keeping something minty, something minty close by, where there's a piece of gum or a peppermint or something of that nature that you can just kind of pop in every so often to kind of help get rid of that taste. Is really just the best option that I can think of. And then for the leg cramps, I think I just noticed simply switching positions. There's really like nothing else you can do. My doctor did tell me, I forgot to add, to just drink more water. Water is always the answer, right? I don't know if you grew up with parents like that, but water was always the answer to everything. But that is essentially the same way it is in pregnancy. Water is the answer to everything. And it's not a joke. Like, it really is important. It really does help you feel better. So I don't mean to make it sound like it is something that's not really helpful, because it is helpful. But for me, I'm only really reaching about, 6 to 7 glasses of water on average a day. Some days I get more, and I know, again, I should have more than that. But again, like I said, for different reasons, it's a bit challenging. But maybe, again, if you can attain the goal of 10 to 12 glasses of water, you won't even deal with leg cramps at all. So what else? The hunger pains. I mentioned this in my previous videos, but I think that just waking up in the morning and having a snack by your bed, like peanuts or anything like that, and then if you don't have that, just going straight to the kitchen and fixing breakfast as soon as you wake up is super helpful with just knocking out those hunger pains. Eating every 30 minutes. Don't even wait till you get hungry. Just kind of eat, because you're going to get hungry. So just eat before you get hungry. I really feel like that's the best advice when it comes to hunger pains. And then, of course, just making sure you drink water, even if you just have to sip it throughout the day. I think that's very helpful, especially like first thing in the morning. And then I would say for the last symptom, shortness of breath. I think I just said it a second ago when I was talking about it, but I don't really think there's a way to treat that. I think it's just one of those things where either you're going to experience it or you're not. And if anything, I just try to practice like
slowing down my breathing. When I feel like it's becoming really short, like I just try to stay calm and just slow down my breathing.
That's it. So those are all the symptoms I experienced. Oh, and then one other thing I wanted to add, I also experienced syncope, which is another word for fainting. And when that, I didn't actually faint, but I experienced the symptoms of it. And I was at a coffee shop one day by myself. I just finished eating breakfast and I was having a drink. And I just remember, I just started feeling
really lightheaded and dizzy. And the room started kind of closing in, like it became black.
I've passed out before, so I wasn't entirely scared, but I was a bit scared, right? Because I'm pregnant and it's happening. And so I just told someone else close by me, bless this girl's heart, she was probably so scared, but she really was very helpful. She right away got me some cold water, and then she just kept talking to me. She just asked me to breathe. We were doing like this breathing technique, and then I laid flat. I grabbed some chairs and laid flat across the chairs, and thankfully with all those things together, I did get like the sweaty feeling, and my palms were sweaty, and I felt like the heat wave, I guess is what you can call it, come over me. But then it went away and I was better. So yeah, and I heard my doctor said it's common, for different reasons. I think one of the primary reasons is just when you're pregnant, just like you can get high blood pressure, you can also have low blood pressure, especially in the morning. And even though I had just ate, my food probably just didn't process fully yet. And so my sugar was probably low and blood pressure was low. And then those are perfect ingredients for passing out. So that's something else to just be aware of. Make sure you keep fluids in you, make sure you keep food in you, and just make sure you breathe while you're pregnant, especially in the third trimester, because it's going to be hard sometimes. All right, well, congratulations to you if you're pregnant. If you are trying, I give all my love and hopes to your journey. It is such a beautiful yet challenging journey. And then if you're just interested in this video just to learn about the experiences of pregnancy, well, I hope you were able to walk away with some information that's interesting. And if you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment below, share it, and I will see you another day with another video. All right, take care.